tonight what we have is a very different webinar. So tonight we have these Great Heart Charity Associations who happen to actually contribute to a lot of different areas in the society. Okay, be it financially or through a lot of volunteer efforts and in different areas as well.
Actually, we do a lot of different type of charity mission. Like for example, maybe we provide grocery help, maybe we do housing and facilities. Sometimes also we help with business startup. We do a lot of different charity works for the underprivileged community, like poor families, dialysis patient, indigenous group, the homes, the charity homes like Old Folks Home, Children Home, and also people with disability. So under Great Heart Charity Association, there are actually another 3 sister NGO. So these 3 sister NGO, they are focusing on different type of charity mission. Great Vision Charity is focusing on education and awareness. Kebajikan Kasih Semadi, which is the one in the Mandarin word, is focusing on providing bereavement care services. And A Forest Association is focusing on environmental awareness. But for Great Heart Charity itself, it is the only tax-exempted NGO, and we are providing financial and in-kind donation aid as well as mental, emotional support to the underprivileged community. And we are all non-religious, non-political, and non-profit organization. Like I was mentioning, our caring targets, we have 6: poor families, dialysis patient, indigenous group, the Old Folks Home, the Children Home, and also the people with disability. So under Great Heart Charity Association, there are actually 4 programs, which are the top 4, hand in hand, you and me, and our community center, and also Overseas Union Charity Program. These 4 programs, along with the 3 sister NGO, we can recategorize our help into 8 categories, which are grocery support, health and medical support, housing and rental support, business startup and support, education support, emotional well-being, bereavement care services, and also environmental. So for the first category, grocery support, we actually have an assessment team who will go around Klang Valley and also some of the other states to identify the underprivileged family and assist them with monthly groceries for a period of time. So during this period of time, we will look for ways to help them to improve their financial condition, like for example, how to reduce their monthly expense or to increase their monthly income. So our aim is to enable them to be self-sustained after our help. The second one is that we have a community day with PPR residents. So PPR is basically a government low-cost flat where underprivileged residents live there. So we'll conduct annual community project to provide one-time grocery aids to residents in different PPR. Then the third one we have is a Rakan shopping program. This is by our sister NGO Great Vision. So they will invite 10 underprivileged families from different PPR to go for a grocery shopping session every month. And during this grocery shopping session, they will advise the underprivileged group on how to budget their expense and also maybe to advise them on buying nutritious food for their family. And then also we are doing some disaster relief, whereby we will collect and also distribute groceries to the disaster area. Yes, then the second category, health and medical support. For this, we are providing financial aid to dialysis patients to go for dialysis treatment, which also covers a period of time. And we also look for ways to improve their financial condition. So the second one is that we have traditional Chinese medication checkup for the needy. So this service is provided under our community center, and the treatments include acupuncture and cupping, and the treatments are free for the underprivileged group. Also, previously we have been distributing some medical equipment for the needy, maybe like for example wheelchair and bed on an ad hoc basis as well. Then we do sometimes collaborate with different parties for blood donation campaigns and also maybe health professional for health screening. And also from last year onwards, our local and overseas teams also managed to distribute some hygiene kit to the underprivileged community. So the third category is housing and rental support. We are providing financial aid to underprivileged communities, families to pay for their rentals. Also to look for ways to improve their financial condition during this period of time. We also help to restore homes for individuals who are unable to take care of themselves. Previously, we also built roads, wells, and toilets for the indigenous village. For next one is education support. So for this, we built learning center also for indigenous community, and then we equip them with teaching and education material like whiteboard, tables, and chairs in hope to provide them a conducive learning environment and to improve their learning learning interests. Then we also sometimes subsidize tuition fee for children from the underprivileged family to go for tuition. And also we have an annual Hope Reading program whereby we provide reading materials to underprivileged children to develop their reading interests. Then also we have the very typical back to school where we provide children with school supplies like uniforms, shoes, bags, maybe socks for them to when they get back to the school when the school reopen. We also have free tuition classes for the underprivileged children at our community center. It's a 2-hour tutoring classes and it's happening on every Saturday. Currently, it's conducted virtually. And next one, our overseas teams, they actually also build school facilities and provide some school supplies to the underprivileged group in the overseas country. Then we have You and Me educational program under Great Heart Charity. So under this program, we actively collaborate with students from different schools, different society, different university for community project. And we basically will guide them and fund them to conduct charity events. Next one we have is a Pru Kasih program by our Great Vision Charity Association. It's free protection plan offered to urban low-income family to cope with maybe sudden financial stress. Then the next one we have is Didik Kasih Educare program. It's also by our sister NGO Great Vision Charity. They will provide startup assistance and also money allowance to underprivileged students to go for tertiary education. This money allowance students can use to pay for their rental, transport, their food, and maybe to purchase any additional reading materials they need for their studies. Alright, and then under this program, since we are funding the students, they do not have to actually pay us back anything, but they just have to organize a charity event on behalf of Great Vision Charity Association. That's it for the underprivileged group. Then the next category we have is business startup and support. So basically, Great Heart Charity, how we help underprivileged families to increase their monthly income is also one of the way through business startup. So we will fund them to maybe have a small business, and we will purchase all the materials and ingredients they need as a startup. So these are the example of successful cases that we have. Nasi lemak is one of our local food and the burger store. Then for emotional well-being, this one is basically charity events and celebration that we conducted with underprivileged group and also the charity homes. Maybe it's an outing, maybe it's a trip, maybe it's also a celebration at the center. In hope to provide them some happiness and also to celebrate the festival with joy. For the bereavement care services, it's by our second sister NGO. So we basically provide these bereavement care services to any individual, poor, underprivileged, or lonely, deceased from any background, any religion. Then the last one is the environment. Majority is by our third sister NGO, Earth Forest Association. The first one we have is Mini Earth Forest Project. So this one, we look for volunteers to conduct 1 hour cleanup activities every month at their preferred area. Maybe it's a park or a street to maintain the beautiful image of the city. Then the second one is that we have is that Earth Forest Day. This is like a bigger version of Mini Earth Forest, whereby we will conduct 1 hour cleanup activity on the same day, and we will gather all the leaders, the volunteers from the Mini Earth Forest to conduct on the same day. And then the third one we have is Mangrove Rehabilitation and Cleanup Project. So this project we will work with Forestry Department to identify the affected site, and then we will rehabilitate mangrove sapling and also to clean up the affected site. Then the last one is that we have this community garden at our community center. So organic vegetables are planted there, and upon harvesting, we will distribute the vegetables to the charity homes nearby, and also some underprivileged communities who come for our centers for service. Okay, so these are some of our achievements from the past year until last year. Then if you wish to donate to us, you can visit our website, and these are all the available payments method. You will be receiving tax exemption receipt for 30 ringgit and above, and in about 3 weeks time after the payment is clear from the payment gateway. If you are looking at other option, these are the other option, local option that you can choose. Yes, that's it for me.
我哋 MM2H Club 會帶俾你更加豐富嘅馬來西亞資訊，記得撳旁邊嘅訂閱仔，打開個窿窿，咁就一定唔會錯過啦。鍾意我哋嘅話，就希望你 like 同埋 share 我哋嘅短片。拜拜。